Hey nerds, quick reminder, you can support Venture Forth on our Patreon and unlock exclusive bonus content. Now on to the show.
Well then, I'm Kellic.
Oma.
Shreya.
Glenn?
And I'm your DM, Ethan. Welcome to Venture Forth. Previously, you all had traveled north to the Dakir ruins, where upon arriving, you saw the decrepit remains of what was once a town. Only the sturdiest of stone structures remained, the rest being overtaken by overgrowth, trees, and moss and vines. As you all approached, you heard some voices begin to chime in. As you moved closer and closer, Olma decided to hop onto a roof and inspect where these voices were coming from. And as she did, she looked out into this courtyard of what was once the town. She looked out and saw a number of people moving around. A number of people in red cloaks moving around. She got back down from the roof and you all decided to move in closer and see what was happening. And upon your approach, you all saw Artemisia. You saw her standing in front of multiple pillars, 5 of them with long mirrors standing up against them. On her right, she introduced a white tiefling and a black dragonborn as Ilana Sho and Varys Brog of the Hollow Guard. She introduced Tahari and Kaiba Shinzo, Imperators of the United Coalition of Kangxi. She introduced a Goliath man, Turk Stormpelt of the Banuk tribe. She introduced a man with what seemed to be several different faces layered onto one another, almost in this transparent haze where you can't quite pick out the features, as well as a being behind them with a glossy blue skin and a squid-like face, who she introduced as Kodam Vo of the Strata Pariana. And finally, in the middle, she introduced an old dwarven man, Corvin Amberstone of the Order of the Red Wolf. As they discussed, eventually, all but Corvin Amberstone faded from these mirrors, and eventually even Corvin himself faded after this conversation came to a close. After this, you see Ka'Om Artemisia turn around. She turns to the center of the town square, where this red tiefling resides, as well as up on the ridge where this half-orc resides. And she looks up and she says, "Amara, Pyros, I think we're ready to begin." As she looks up, the half-orc who had responded to Amara and who you had once known as Zergath responds to Pyros and begins to walk towards Artemisia. As they walk closer to Artemisia, they stop at one of these boxes that you had seen covered with cloth. And as they rip off the cloth, you see a cage with 2 dwarven figures inside, huddled together, a man and a woman. You see Pyros, the tiefling, walk over, undo the lock of this cage, and reach in and grab the woman as the man begins shouting, "No! Take me! No, please, just take me instead!" But they don't listen, and they begin dragging this dwarven woman out of the cage. They drag her down the steps, towards Artemisia, down towards the pillars.
Should we do something?
What does it look like they're dragging this dwarf to? Like a...
To Artemisia, it looks like.
Okay.
What do you want us to do?
I don't know, but we can't just stand by and let this happen.
How many are there? Do we see how many there are total?
How many what?
How many people there are down there? Total?
Currently, as all of the images in the mirrors have dissipated, you see Ka'Om Artemisia, you see Pyros, you see Amara, and this dwarven woman who they are dragging down the steps.
Oh, I thought there were red cloaked figures at the tables.
Oh, there are as well. Yes, there are 5 cloaked figures, but
Just
they
5.
all 5 cloaked figures, but they all
So
seem to be
In the back.
8
further.
folks total.
8 in total. Yes,
In red cloaks, and then 2 dwarves.
and the 2 dwarves in this one box. Yes.
And there's no way for us to make out what manner of being the people in the cloaks are, because they're cloaked, right?
Correct.
Like, upon further. Okay.
But they
All
appear humanoid,
They
medium-sized.
appear medium-sized humanoid,
Okay.
just right around 5.5 to 6 feet. Some variation between.
Like each of their eyes. What color would you say they are?
Nope, not giving you that.
Are their names
do not-
embroidered
Can we
onto
ask
their
to stall?
robes?
Do they have bad?
Is there anything else we could do?
Kellic, there's so many.
I know, but we're powerful, Oma. We could probably do something.
They throw the dwarven woman down onto the ground as her husband continues to scream.
This dark ritual seems to be very delicately prepared. Perhaps it cause a little mayhem
What if we draw them away?
and make our way.
Pyros and Zergath take out a knife.
Could I?
Must
Yeah.
move quickly.
I have a bonus action somewhere my bow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna notch an arrow. And I'm gonna ready an action to shoot anyone that tries to harm the dwarf that is now laying on the ground. I will shoot an arrow at them if they try to approach and attack them.
Okay.
Guys, what the hell are we doing?
Shreya, you roll a distraction?
Zergath and Pyros
Yes.
put
The rest of us will
knife
grab
up
these-
against their throat.
How many cages are up there? Is this
3.
the only cage? Wait, there's 2 more cages?
There are 4 cages in total. They just uncovered the one.
And we are currently standing on top of a ruined building, looking down at this.
Yes, you are currently standing sort of up on a ridge, looking down at this area.
How far would you say we are from them?
You are
Yeah. Range would be good.
about 65, 70 feet.
Does it look like there's anything breakable? If I were to shoot it with an arrow, it would break it and make a noise.
Make a perception check for me. As you're making that perception check, the remainder of these red hooded figures go over to the other boxes and begin removing the sheets from them. You see additional people
Mm-hmm.
in these boxes.
12 perception.
12.
Is there anything that I can shoot? Maybe break? Like a
You
pot,
see a small glass lantern that you see. But before you see that, you see them uncover the last box. A single figure resides in that box.
Oh boy.
In the box.
A half-orc with a broken tooth and a green pauldron.
No way!
As you see Zorkal
What a
in that remaining box.
what a complete loser.
Oh, Zorkal.
Look, he did the best he could, all right?
And I see that. Guys, we're doing it.
Can I float down to we're on a 3-tiered cliff face, right? If I float down to the next one down, can I do that stealthily?
We still have Pass Without a Trace on.
Yes, you would be able to try.
I'm going to try, because I need to get it.
As Shry is doing that, Flynn, you see the arm of Pyros and Zergath begin to tense. In half a second, they're going to swipe their knife and slit the throat.
I lose
What
the
are you
arrow.
doing?
I lose the arrow.
Okay.
So you're
Make an
losing
attack roll.
flowing.
Shreya, I will let you get down to that
Right.
bottom level.
Sure.
Do I see that Flynn is releasing an arrow?
You would be able. Are you trying to hide this from?
I'm just shooting. I told them I was going to shoot if they looked like they were
Okay,
going to
I'm
attack.
gonna,
They look like they're attacking and shooting.
I see Flynn going to launch his arrow, and I don't want to be here when he launches it. So I am going to grab Kellic's robe and pull him with me and turn to my left and climb up the rock face that I see right there to get to the next level. And I see that there's a wall of bricks from the previous ruins, and I want to pull Kellic over to hide behind those ruin walls.
Okay. And even though it is sort of a cliff, not really a cliff face, a rock face right next to you, it is a couple feet up. It is definitely doable for both of you guys to climb and get to that wall, still within your movement speed.
And are there hooded figures up here or no? They're further to our...
At this point, the hooded figures have all moved down and uncovered the boxes.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I can do anything because I think Flynn's
All right.
doing his
Flynn
arrow.
is letting this arrow loose. I'm going to have Shreya, Oma, and Kellic roll me a stealth check.
Great.
And then I'm also having everyone after that roll initiative.
But it's we're still passed without trace, right?
You are still passed without a trace, yes.
So I have a question. When I loose this arrow, we are currently not noticed. So is it a surprise?
You all get a surprise round.
So
in
is this right
yes,
here
I'm giving
an
all of you a
advantage?
surprise.
Aw, thank you.
Yes.
That's so nice.
Oh,
Shitty.
no,
Well,
good.
oh, you did. Nice.
So
Yeah.
I am shooting whoever is about to stab or about to cut.
Okay, you are shooting
Whoever is about to harm the
Zergath
dwarf.
Pyros. Yes.
Wait, is Zergath the orc? The
um,
half orc?
No.
Who's the half orc?
Half orc is from Cold Crest. With the
Alright.
hole in
Yes.
its belly.
Here we go.
All right, Zergath is the tiefling.
Oh, the tiefling?
Yeah.
Zergath and Pyros are the tiefling.
Here we go.
Yes. Yeah.
And yes, Amara is the half orc.
Okay, that's good.
I have a 35
For your stealth?
for my stealth.
I got a 32 for stealth.
Okay.
So just stealth right now, right?
Yes.
So that's a 28 for stealth.
28. Okay.
That's
You
not traces
feel,
nuts, so, dude.
even though Flynn has shot an arrow at them, you feel as though your exact location has not been compromised.
Right, and once we separate, though, we lose pass without a trace because we have to be. It's a
Within.
distance.
Within
we have to
30
be within. So once we
Oh.
move away from him,
Okay.
and but
Gotcha.
at the beginning when we started this, I guess.
Okay.
21.
21 to hit. That hits. Yeah. Roll your damage.
Okay, here we go.
That is 7 points of piercing damage as the arrow plunges into this tiefling.
Okay. 7 points of piercing.
Seen into my castle.
As this arrow flies through the air, you see, and while most of his body is still that of what you had seen as Zergath, you note once again this bulging tricep, shoulder, and bicep on the left side.
Yep.
As they're about to slit the throat, the arrow sinks into that shoulder no more than an inch into this dense muscle that's there. Okay, I'm going to have everyone roll initiative for me.
So I have two attacks or no? Because that's like, do I get my normal attack action?
Yes.
Do I lose another one?
You would be able to
Okay.
let off another one in this
Is this
surprise
advantage as
round.
well? Am I still surprised? Up to you. It can be a reaction.
So for Flynn,
I held my action.
you held your action. So I'm going to say for Flynn, that is his turn in
No
the
problem.
surprise round.
No problem.
Everyone else, can I get your initiatives? Kellic.
7.
That's good.
Yep.
7. Oma.
17.
17. Okay, who wants to go? Or who's got a higher dexterity?
Oh.
I have plus
Probably.
3.
I have a +3 too.
Okay, you guys get to decide.
Go ahead.
Odds or evens?
Oh.
Well, who rolled higher? Who
I
rolled
You
rolled
rolled
higher. I
higher.
rolled higher.
That's
Okay, Oma's going first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Flynn, what was your initiative?
23.
23.
Yeah.
So you would have come first in the initiative
right.
anyways. Okay,
Strace.
Oma, your surprise round. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness. Where do I see any natural? You said there was lanterns. Is there only one? Where do I see lanterns?
You see one lantern on each of the tables. So you see one, there's a table right in front of you.
Yeah.
There's a table sort of to your left, and then there's one all the way on the other side on the table on the other rise, right across this courtyard. They're all currently lit as it is, at this point, nighttime.
That tree that's opposite us on the other side of the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Sorry, the fallen tree branch,
Yep.
like the oak. How far is that from me?
That is going to be exactly 120 feet.
Then yes, I would like to let loose a firebolt as a surprise so that they are just hopefully confused as to where things are coming from.
Okay.
I want to kind of distract.
Okay. It is a very large chunk of tree, so I'm not even going to have you make an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
You just hit it, and as a part of that spell, anything that is hit that is flammable catches on fire. Is that correct?
That I believe is correct. Ignites if it isn't being worn. A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
Okay. As this tree ignites.
Can I roll? Do you want me to roll for damage or not?
I will have you roll for damage. Yes.
Okay. That's 10 points of fire damage.
Okay, 10 points. It is a pretty big chunk of tree. So while it is on fire, it is not completely decimated.
Mm-hmm.
You get it's probably going to be burning for at least a couple minutes.
Yay.
Okay. Next up in the initiative, Shreya, you just floated down to this bottom level. What are you doing?
Can I say that I didn't float to the ground? That I'm in a tree, one of the trees that's springing
sure.
up from. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you'd definitely be able to do that.
When I planted myself in this tree, I'm reaching out from behind the leaves, and as my staff slowly emerges from the leaves between the trees, I take a
Deep breath, and I blow out into the crystal. And as I do, the crystal turns to fire, and that fire slowly sparks and grows as right where Artemisia is, a similar ball of fire sparks, grows as I cast Flaming Spear right on top of her.
Okay, is that a saving throw from her? What is that going to be?
Yeah, that is a dex saving throw from her.
A dexterity saving throw from Artemisia.
Yes.
Let's see.
Okay. We're just casting flaming spears on
Going for it. We're going for it.
I have like no spell slots.
That's going to be a dirty 20 from Artemisia.
And she saves on that one. So that's going to be half of. That's 4 points of fire damage
4 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
as it singes her.
Does it stay there?
I can.
Sphere, or does it just dissipate?
I can move. It's gonna stay. It's gonna remain there for like 10 minutes. So at the end of my turn, well, yeah, because this is gonna be my turn. Bonus action. I'm gonna move the sphere.
Oh, I'm so sorry. If this was a surprise round, is she at disadvantage for that?
She is.
Hey,
Ooh, all right.
Rules and stuff.
Rules and stuff.
Good job. I actually forgot about this.
That's still going to be a 17.
Yeah,
It was worth
Damn
a
it.
try. It was worth a try.
close though. Okay. Yeah.
She wasn't like as successful as.
Yeah. Not as graceful.
Yeah. All right. So as my bonus action, I'm going to move the sphere just toward the center of this like central area. So up the steps, up the stone steps, you're just going to see it gliding about 15 feet upward.
Okay.
Yes, that is my turn.
For sure.
Yeah.
Kellic. You are up on the ridge with Olma. What are you doing?
Okay, so there's a tree on fire.
Yeah.
There's a flaming sphere.
Correct.
There's an arrow in the Pyros
Pyros and
/ Zergath.
Zergath. Yes.
What an entrance.
Really
What an entrance.
just a mess. All right. In this instant, it's a surprise round. So tell me how
Yeah.
you roll on this. Can I see how they've responded so far? Like what their reaction is besides just like this instant.
This is all
reaction?
happening all at
So
once.
fast.
They
Okay.
have had no reaction yet.
Ugh. Yet.
We'll get to it.
Who? Somebody left with the explicit purpose of going after Kale Drumwind. Who was that? Do I?
You remember in their
It was the
conversation,
Drow, right, or the Hollow Guard,
the Hollow Guard, Ilana Sho and Varys Brog were
Okay.
tasked with retrieving him. Yes.
and they immediately went away.
Yes, and they were in the mirror. They disappeared.
Well, I'm gonna be a real asshole here. Sorry, fam, but
Do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna grab Kale Drumwind's tether, pull it to my heart, and cast Sending.
It's the right thing to do.
No, that's a good idea.
That's the right thing to do.
Great idea.
I just gotta get this out
No,
of the
that's-
way while I
that's
have the
huge.
spell slot.
Yep. Love that.
Kill. Ilana Sho. And Varys Brog. A black dragonborn and white tiefling are coming for you. Flee now, whatever means necessary.
And as immediately you hear back, again? Oh my god. Okay, thank you for the heads up. Honey, get the kids. And as his words sort of fade off,
Good save, man. Good save.
Honey, get the kids.
he is alerted.
Get the kids.
Lives across this country.
Get that embroidered on a pillow, Kale.
Honey, get the kids.
Top of the initiative. Flynn, what are you doing?
So I've just shot an arrow into this tiefling that looks familiar to me from being in the Iron Light. I'm going to slowly continue. I'm going to start walking forward down this path. It leads towards the cage where I see a familiar half-orc?
Yes, it does.
I will start walking towards that way. And as I look at the female dwarf, how is she? What has happened so far? Has he loosened his grip with the knife?
He has not yet.
Okay.
He seemed distracted for a moment by your arrow. It is yet to be determined what he's going to do.
Does the female dwarf bear any resemblance to any dwarfs that I know?
They do not. No.
Okay. Maybe it gives me
Other than
a reminder.
in the fact that they are a dwarf.
Okay. As I see this, I have flashes to a dwarf female that I know, and in a rage, I will draw another. Put her down now! And I'll fire 2 more arrows at this tiefling.
Okay, make some attack rolls.
We're no longer surprised.
No,
Nope.
unfortunately
This is the
not.
first round of combat. Everyone
I'm
is
alone at least, so-
aware of what's going on now. Well, they're aware of Flynn.
Yeah.
So what are those attack rolls?
Oh, as it should be, right? Okay. That is a 14.
14 does not hit
Okay, and next one,
as the arrow whizzes by their shoulder.
22
22 hits.
for the same one that's holding.
Okay.
That
This
is
sinks deep into their back.
another 7 points of piercing damage.
Another 7 points. Okay.
And then I will continue. I will try and get to the cage. As I'm moving, I'm keeping an eye on the dwarf and the tiefling that are there, but I'm moving towards the cage with.
Okay. You can get
Circle.
about 10 feet away.
Sure. And I'm just saying to myself, he'll help. He'll help.
Okay.
He'll help. He won't be mad. He'll help.
All right. Next up, Artemisia looks up at Flynn.
I don't want that.
Without even saying a word, she commands the attention of everyone in this arena, all of her forces, and just gives a subtle nod, a subtle motion towards Flynn, as all of these figures in the hoods immediately snap their attention towards Flynn, including the tiefling and the half-orc.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's what I want. Kind of.
you know, kind of.
As she moves her hands around and she speaks a little incantation, she's going to cast Lightning Bolt
Ooh. Okay. At me, I'm assuming, yes.
at you.
Okay.
Yes. I'm going to have you make a dexterity saving throw.
You know, do I have advantage for any reason? So, rolling. Bad. It's not that good. It is a 8. An 8?
8 does not save.
No?
Very much does not save.
Okay.
As you take 18 points of lightning damage.
Okay, I will, as I see that, as it's charging up, and the lightning bolt rushes out towards me, I raise my hand in a fist and cast Absorb Elements.
Yeah.
As the abjuration symbol
Get it.
glows, and I absorb some of that energy into my hand, and you see that the abjuration sigil glows, and then also my weapon sigil starts to glow a deep blue.
Okay.
And I look at her and stare at her.
All right. And as she casts this, she sort of took a sidestep out from the rest of her party as this lightning bolt shoots towards you and creates this pinpoint line directly at you, through you, and beyond you. As Olma and Kellic, you see this lightning bolt like whiz right past your shoulder, just missing you.
So that's 9 points, right?
That is 9 points. Yes.
That's
Is that was Artemisia's lightning bolt?
That was Artemisia's lightning bolt.
Can I tell where this lightning bolt is coming? Does this look like the magic of Fimir? That's my
Make
question.
a religion check.
Oof.
Okay, my religion is quite good. 15.
15. Lightning is a pretty universal element. You can't detect where it came from. You know certain clerics of Fimir have used it, although it is not a widely practiced spell.
Okay.
You are just not sure. Olma, what are you doing?
My tree's on fire.
Your tree is on fire.
Is anyone looking at it?
Currently, everyone's attention seems to be on Flynn as he's stepping out from the trees.
I'm going to look at the Does Zorkal look like he's like raring for some action? Like, does he look like he could help at all if he were not in a box?
Would you like to take an action to determine this, or are you just taking a glance?
Just taking a glance.
First glance, he looks exhausted and beat up. You're not sure the extent. You don't know.
But he's not lying down.
He's not lying down. He's sort of sitting up.
And the boxes are wooden boxes?
They are wooden on the top and the bottom, and then they have metal bars going around
Cool.
the edges.
I am going to throw a firebolt at the top of his box
Okay.
to let him out of his box.
Okay. Roll damage for that.
I'm trying. Sorry, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to say that though, because I don't want to reveal myself.
You whisper it.
That's 11 points of fire damage.
11 points. I am also going to have you make a stealth check for me at disadvantage, because you just cast a spell.
Am I within 30 feet of Trial?
You... Yes, you are.
Nice.
Very good.
Don't say I never did anything for you.
We would never.
I would never say that.
So it is at disadvantage, but you do still get the bonus of...
The 10, yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm trying to, sorry, I'm struggling here. I don't want to use that one.
What do you
No,
need?
I would need a D20, but I don't want to use a metal one because then it'll feel weird against this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you don't want to use one of these. do you?
No, those are evil.
They're not the best. I'm honest.
One of them's good.
Yeah, dirty 20. Oh, wait, sorry, dirty 26.
Nice.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay, you still feel that you are relatively hidden. All right. As you cast this spell, the wood on the top of the box completely breaks out,
Ha!
and some actually falls on Zorkal.
Sorry, Zorkal.
Only
Nice,
dealing him
nice.
2 points of fire damage.
Hopefully that's not enough to...
He only had 2 HP.
No, it doesn't seem like it'd be enough to knock him out. Just a little inconvenience as he sort of brushes the ashes off of him. Moment. Shreya, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna go ahead and get the bonus action out of the way first. I'm moving the flaming sphere up toward the cage that is closest to it in the same manner that Olma just lit the top on fire. I'm going to attempt to bring
nice.
as I move the crystal with the energy between my hand. You see me moving the flaming
Yes.
sphere. It's mimicking the direction that my hand is moving with the top of my staff. As I light the top of that on fire, we can reconcile that first if you want.
Yeah. Why
Okay,
don't you cast the damage or roll for the damage on that?
Set them free.
And so that's 6 points of flaming damage.
Okay, yeah. It completely breaks the top of the wooden box, but it isn't enough damage to like make it explode. It just sort of burns away and does not damage the occupant.
Great, so that's my bonus action. As I look over at Flynn from my perch, and I'm attempting to do all of this stealthily, by the way. Does he look damaged? Does he look like that anything hit him and did anything to him?
So you saw when the lightning bolt hit me, I rose my hand and it deflected some of the blow and absorbed some of it. But I'm looking hellbent. I'm just staring at this female dwarf and the teeth. I don't seem fazed by it.
Okay, great. In that case, I am going to dodge hide and take dodge as my action.
Okay.
And that's going to be my turn.
Okay, you take the dodge action. All right. Next up.
Do I need stealth? Do I need to roll stealth for anything after casting?
Oh, yes. I'm going to have you roll a stealth check for me.
Great.
Did you have to cast it again?
The
sphere. Did you have to cast it again?
No, I just moved it. Bonus action to move.
Just bonus action to move. It's not an actual casting of anything. So it would just be a straight roll on this.
Straight roll.
Because
Nice.
you didn't
Actually, yes. Okay.
cast anything. Nothing
I
emanated
just
from.
moved something. All right.
Nice.
26.
Okay, you remain very well hidden. Plus, you took the dodge action, so you're very confident nothing's probably going to hit you.
Yes.
Okay, next up. Zergath and Pyros. They rotate around, looking directly at Flynn, with this dwarf still in their grasp. They're going to take one of their actions to slit the throat of this dwarf. Dealing 10 points of damage, which is enough to make the dwarf fall down to the ground as blood spurts from their neck, dead. That is their first attack. Second attack, they're going to pull another knife out from behind their back, just in a very similar fashion that you had seen before, and they're going to throw it directly at Flynn. It's going to be a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. The knife whizzes right by you and impales itself deep into the rock right behind you. Next up, Amara. Amara is going to cast... Let's see. Amara's going to cast Mage Armor on herself. As you see a shimmer appear around her form. And as she does that, she is going to take a couple of steps back towards the pillars. That is going to be her turn. Next up, Kellic.
The dwarf is there any vestige of life in this dwarf that I can see? That has been...
Make a medicine check.
Okay.
Maybe Spare the Dying might be able to save if you do it fast enough.
Yeah. That's the goal. Natural 20. My medicine.
Natural
Nice.
20.
For a 28.
You know for a fact that slitting someone's throat, they have just a couple of moments before complete death.
Okay. And how far am I from this?
You are currently... exactly 60 feet.
60 feet? Okay. Help me out here. I'm going to burn a Divine Ember. And I'm going to cast Spare the Dying. Not doom! And keep this dwarf from death's door.
Holy cow.
Okay.
Let's go!
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go!
What does that do? Is that
It
stabilized?
doubles the range of my casting.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm within 60 feet.
You are just within 60 feet.
I'm going to use it, and yeah, it stabilizes. A living creature that has 0 hit points becomes stable. Spells no effect on undead or constructs. Yeah, simple as
Okay.
that.
You no longer see the blood gushing from their throat as they are face down. You feel confident that you have stabilized them. Also, in yelling that spell,
Yep.
you have completely given up
Absolutely.
your
No,
position.
as I'm doing
But I
this,
mean-
I'm moving forward.
They know he's there.
I'm moving forward as I'm doing this to not expose Alma for that.
Okay, you are
uh,
currently
purpose.
directly on the ledge, overlooking this entire area.
And then, actually, that was my cantrip. So as a bonus action, Interficium Incormeum! I'm gonna pull the rift open and summon a spiritual weapon at second level.
Bring it out.
Okay.
Wait, you messing around?
No, fuck all this. And that, I'm gonna pull that up right next to Artemisia. wherever she is.
Okay, what is that spiritual weapon?
It is this tear in the fabric of the universe pulls open. As you can see, within the tear is this silvery blue specks of dust that, as they're exiting, become these burning embers.
Artemisia! You've trespassed against the light for the last time!
Okay.
Let's go.
As I have an embered spirit that is clearly not the light either.
So I'm gonna make an attack with it as this rift is pulling open. Of course, it's a critical fail. It's okay.
Okay.
So this dagger flies out from this thing and misses, whiffs miserably.
It looks cool though.
Yeah.
Next
But
up.
she's aware that I'm attacking her.
Yeah. As you do that,
Holy
you look as all of these Red Wolf acolytes turn to their cages that they're standing next to.
Jesus.
And you see them all in unison cast a spell. As,
No.
let me do a couple of rolls here.
No.
That is a fail for the first one. That is a failure for the second one. That is a success for Zorkal.
Hey,
Okay.
get your butt up,
At
Zorkal.
least there's that, right?
And that is also a failure for the other one.
Jeez.
So
Oh,
all of
magic.
them fail as all of a sudden you
Except for
see...
Zorkal.
Except for Zorkal. As you see, they are all rattling on these cages and bumping the boxes, trying to get out. Their bodies freeze up and lock as all of these acolytes simultaneously cast Hold Person
Okay.
on all of these people.
Okay.
All the
Okay.
people in the cages
In the
holding.
cages.
Okay.
They're snaring him up.
Flynn.
No! And I'm gonna just start running straight towards because I don't know what happened. I'm running towards the dwarf that got her throat slit.
Okay,
As
so
she fell.
are you dashing there? I think you might need to dash. Let's see.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand right over her body.
You would need to dash just to get
Yep.
there.
Burn the action. As I get close, and as my turn's ending, I drop the bow, summon my sword, and just as I stand over the dwarf and the electricity blue glow from my sigil fades, I hold my blade up towards this tiefling. Your fight is with me. That's my turn.
And he looks back down at you. Yeah, it seems like it is now.
Really quick, would I have been able to just look and see that she's not bleeding out?
Yeah. So at that point, as you look over her body, you can just see a very gentle rise and fall of breathing.
Okay,
Still
great.
unconscious.
So seeing that, then I notice that she's okay. I will look up and say,
Okay.
What is it?
Next up, Artemisia looks to the side where this tear has just opened, and then she looks back up at the ridge up at Kellic, and she sort of cocks her head to the side. And she says, "Ah, Kellic, my little Khaji, I thought I sent you off to die."
Oh,
As you see her expand her hands out as this flowing green energy expands between them. And all of you, as you're moving around and casting these spells, you all feel your body begin to slow. Shreya, you look around at the trees as the leaves begin to slow and the wind moving around begins to stop and come to a standstill. Everyone,
No.
Even if she doesn't
locks
see
up,
us?
even if she doesn't see you.
What did she do?
Everyone completely locks up as she casts Time Stop.
Yep.
no! What?
That.
We should run.
We should probably
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Let's see.
Guys, I don't have any level 3 spell slots, so I don't have I unfortunately don't have counterspell right now.
It's okay.
And now would be a really good
That
time
would be
to
really-
have counterspell.
Yeah, I used all my.
But we didn't
She-
sleep after fighting,
Wait,
so
She rolled a 2 on Time Stop, so
Okay.
she gets an additional 3 rounds of combat while
Okay.
you all are
Yep,
frozen.
Yep. Are the is everyone, even the enemies, frozen?
Everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least it's not all of them get to attack us.
Everyone. She's going to first cast Mage Armor on herself.
Okay.
makes sense.
Next, you see her moving her hands around as her feet lift up from the ground as she begins to float 5, 10, 15 feet up in the air as she casts Fly on herself.
Jeez.
and she continues to cast and speak whispers into her hands as all of a sudden a ball of shimmering light apparates around her as she casts Globe of Invulnerability on herself.
Of course she does.
Solid. That's fine.
That allowed? Can you do that?
Pretty sure none of these spells are allowed.
Unfortunate
That
for
is
us.
Artemisia's
I mean, how
turn.
many spell slots does she have? She just wasted like 3 of them.
Yeah,
so
she's probably
like,
done.
She probably doesn't
Probably
have that
out.
many. I mean,
We'll be good.
Oma, what would you like to do?
Do we know what Globe of Invulnerability does?
Everyone can make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
I don't think I need to make a check. She's surrounded by a globe. I think I'm just gonna assume it's.
I've never seen.
I've never
anything
seen
like
any.
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna just assume that I can't really get through that. It's a shield of some sort. Is
I mean,
probably
I
what
rolled
I
a
think.
21. Does it look similar to my shield spell?
It looks
Like an abjuration type thing?
Yeah, it looks abjuration.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like some sort of protection.
But I don't see this until I'm done being stopped.
I think that's all that you would be able to.
Sure,
That's
it
all that
looks
Flynn
similar.
would be able to get.
Yeah.
Kellic might be able to pinpoint this exactly if
I
he
rolled a
rolls
10.
well. You would not know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Solid.
Next up, Oma.
Yeah. Next up, pass. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
What's Oma doing?
I'm gonna creep forward, I guess, to the table. Creep forward, still to the. I'm gonna move to the left, kind of towards like the middle of the table.
Okay.
I'm going to. Does Zorkal look like he's gonna get out of his box?
At this point, he looks like he has the ability, and he looks like he might be about to. Yes.
Great. So the acolyte that's in front of him,
Mhm.
I'm going to crawl under the table,
Okay.
look down at my hands, and put them together, and close my eyes really tight and rub them. And as I pull them apart, I'm going to pull my shadow blade back into existence.
Okay.
So as I pull my hands apart, you're gonna see just the like dark black gloom circling until my hands are about 2 feet apart, and in those 2 feet is now a solidifying blade, and that is a spell.
Yes, that is. So you have to beat a 5.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, like duck.
8.
Oh, she did.
An 8. Okay.
Oh, boy.
You're good.
The amount of times you've barely beaten the number.
So many times.
And I'm going to throw it at I'm gonna grab the hilt of the like black shadowy sword, which as it's solidified, there's still like basically like black smoke coming off of it endlessly. I'm gonna grab the hilt with 2 hands, pull it back behind my head, and launch it at the acolyte by Zorkal.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's 14.
A 14 hits.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Easy to hit.
Okay, that is psychic damage to the 11 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
Okay.
And after I loose it, I'm going to crawl back under the table.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make a stealth check at disadvantage.
Oh, nice.
Am I still within 30 feet of Shreya?
I will say, I think
You
that,
are no longer within 30
Oh,
feet.
okay.
I think that it's gone anyway because he has flaming spear. Is that concentration?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
conscious.
it's gone anyways. Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
So it doesn't matter.
That is an 11.
Okay. You're hidden under the table.
That was
I mean-
I used a bonus action spell,
So you used the
and then
action
I used an action to throw it, and then
to throw it.
I moved, so I don't have a key point to use.
Tears.
You're under the table.
You're under it.
As let's see.
Oh.
Kellic, you would definitely be able to see this as Oma retreated back under the table, but you would see this Red Wolf acolyte be stabbed directly in the back by this sword and drop down and take a knee as all of a sudden this black ink just begins pouring out of his nose and his mouth. He looks like he is on death's doorstep, but not quite there.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
That's awesome.
Shreya.
I'm going to move the flaming sphere into touch the acolyte on the opposite side
Okay.
of Zorkal, and that is a saving throw from that acolyte.
What kind of saving throw?
A dexterity. Yes.
Let's see. That's just straight up 16.
I think that saves barely.
Still takes half damage though.
3 points of flaming damage.
Okay.
And it is a bonus action to move it. So I am then going to crane my neck in the direction of Kellic. Oh no, you can't do 2 bonus actions. In that case, I'm gonna look around and see. Do I see any animals in this wood?
Yes.
Make a nature check.
Are there any horses?
Shreya's just gonna go live with the squirrels.
Thinking about some
The name of the
options
game.
here.
That is a. Well, you said nature, correct?
Nature, yeah.
In that case. It's very shocking to me. That's a 7.
7.
It's not a perception check to look around.
It would be a nature
It'd be
check because you would need to know where certain animals are and all that.
Okay. Yeah.
So no, you look around. It seems in the commotion, even the birds have flown away. Squirrels have scattered. You can't see anything around you.
Right.
All right, is that your turn?
No, I'm going to use action to lift a javelin up,
Yeah, you are.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
and I'm going to hurl it at the acolyte right next to Zorkal, excuse me.
Heyo.
Okay.
As I say, Ilduria, may my aim be true. And I hurl it forward from my
Awesome.
perch.
Make an attack roll.
That attack roll is going to be 2 in a row.
Is he
That's
hitting
a
from
10.
that one?
No, it's a 10. He's not. That's gonna
That
miss.
hits.
Oh, that hits. Wow. All right.
Man, I should turn around and knock these guys out real
In
quick.
that case, that will be 3 points of piercing damage to the acolyte.
As this acolyte has dropped down to his knees, black ink is flowing from his nose and his mouth as he's coughing it up and trying to get this out of his lungs. A spear drives directly through both of his temples as he falls limp and drops to the ground.
I set him up, you knock him down.
That is my turn.
All right. Next up is Zergath. So, having Flynn directly there in front of him,
What's up?
he's going to use his bonus action to reach his hand up into the air as you see sparks of red flame emanate from his hands, as right below him, right in front of his feet, a tear, a crack in space, kind of similar to Kellic's. A tear, a rip into space, but where Kellic's is blue, his is this infernal fiery red, and he drives his hand down into the ground, and as a bonus action, he summons his maul.
Okay.
We remember that.
That's cool. That's
We
pretty
remember
cool.
that.
That's cool.
He's
how he
going
does
to
that.
take one step forward, and he is going to make a couple of attacks
Okay.
at Flynn.
I am like right over. If I could share the space with the dwarf on the ground, would I be able to just stand over her body and protect her? 'Cause that's what I
Yeah,
supposed to.
yeah.
Do you
for
still
sure.
have lightning?
I don't know.
You
It only
got-
lasts
it's
until my
one
next
round,
turn,
yeah.
and I wanted to get up there on
Okay.
protect.
Zergath is making these attacks.
I do have, now that I have my sword, I have my shield out,
Yeah, okay.
protected up.
That first one, it's going to be a 25 to hit.
Oh,
That hits. That hits. Even with it, it hits.
Okay, that is going to be
Okay. It'll be all right.
16 bludgeoning
oh.
Very ouch.
and
Oh, and
7 fire.
Ow.
As he uses the momentum of this first swing to whip it over his head and come around for a second swing.
Okay.
That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
You get second wind back after sleepy time.
Next up, Amara. She, real quick, check her passive perception. Oh, yeah. Okay. She just saw a spear fly out from these trees over here. So she is going to take her movement to move closer towards the trees, over towards Shreya. And as Shreya is sort of up in the trees still, you're a little bit obscured, and she can't quite pinpoint you. So she's going to cast Circle of Death.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And she's going to pick a point in this tree line. It's going to be a little bit away from you, but it is still going to capture you.
Great.
It is a 60-foot sphere.
Oh my goodness. It's a very deathly sphere. Does that also impact her
Yeah,
friend?
her acolyte.
That would impact her acolyte.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay,
baby.
well, there's that.
And does it have an effect on cages? Because that's also within it.
Does it decay the cage?
The cage it.
Decay.
We'll see. We'll see. Shreya, I'm going to have you make a Constitution saving throw,
Yeah,
and I'm
you
going to do
got
one for
it.
the acolyte as well.
And for the cage. No kidding.
And for the Constitution, great.
The acolyte fails.
I
Nice.
failed too. That's 10.
Oh, no.
Yep. Okay, that is going to be
Oh, man.
that is going to be 29 points of necrotic damage.
Ah!
Wow.
29?
It's like most of my life force just like slowly peters out of my body.
As you feel from a point a little bit away
29.
from you, but still close enough, this wave of negative energy take over your body as this acolyte completely withers away to dust, and like he was never even there, perishes.
Nice. Does the cage like disintegrate on the side or something?
The cage does not.
Okay.
It does not have an effect on the cage.
Okay. Unfortunate.
Next up, Kellic.
My bandaged hand is like fully what's the word? It's wet with flames. It is this like dripping ashen embering thing where the bandages are still there, but they're just barely sort of you can see the light and fire from it just kind of leaking out through the edges of the bandages and falling and spraying about like dust in a sandstorm. And my hand twitches toward Artemisia, and I glower at her, and then I turn my gaze to Shreya, and I'm going to move over to him.
How close? You're gonna hop down this ledge?
I'm gonna hop down. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna slide down this ledge, and then slide down the next ledge, I think, as well.
There's one
if
more.
I can reach him. Yeah, and then I'm going to apply a healer's kit to Shreya.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's not a spell. That's just that's a thing.
Just a healing kit.
Just a healing kit.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna restore 1d6 plus 4 to you, and it also gets HP equal to your maximum number of hit dice. So whatever, how many hit dice you have also gets added to that. It's six points of healing plus that.
Plus my total, like I can
Your
roll.
number of hit dice.
How many
Oh,
dice?
No,
my
you don't
number.
roll, but
okay,
the
so
number.
that's plus 8 then.
Yep. So 6 plus 8, 14.
14.
14.
back.
Yep. And then I'm doing this, and as I'm administering this, I'm also going to cast Healing Word.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Double down.
Shreya. So that's six additional points of healing from the Healing Word. Conceso.
As this yawn of just like pained relief just washes over my body as I receive this energy.
And I'll kind of like stabilize Shreya, put my arm on his shoulder, and turn and look toward his aggressor, and just like sort of ready the two of us as we face down this particular foe.
Let's go.
Okay. Next up, these two acolytes. The furthest one is gonna try and walk away from this sphere that Shreya's got, and they're gonna walk over towards the middle of the steps. They're gonna look down at Flynn.
What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? Nothing.
You don't want it.
You got 10 hit points. You can do nothing.
So he's gonna walk towards the center of the stairs, look down at Flynn, and cast Sacred Flame. Flynn, I'm gonna need you to roll a Dexterity saving throw.
Got it. $16.
A 16 has to save. Let me see. Yeah, a 16 definitely saves.
Okay. Do I take any damage?
So you take.
Sacred Flame, you don't take anything if you succeed.
Yeah, if you succeed, you don't take any damage.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. The next acolyte is going to he's going to run around the steps on the grass, and he's going to do the same thing towards Flynn. That's going to be another Dex saving throw.
Lower. I think. Oh, hold on. 12.
Meets it, beats it.
Hey.
Let's go, dude.
13.
Let's
Okay,
go.
cool.
Stay
Yeah.
alive.
Cool.
Either way, you just dodge out of the way of these sacred flames. Flynn, you get a response. What are you doing?
So I would imagine that the way I'm thinking of this in my head is I get beaten down with a maul as these two sacred flames miss because I'm beaten down to the ground to one knee. And as I slowly stand up, I calm my breathing and look up to the tiefling. I'll cast Second Wind, regain some hit points. Okay, that's 16. Okay. Your maul is pretty cool. My turn. And I'm going to go in for 2 attacks with my sword.
Okay. Make those attack rolls.
21.
21 hits.
$13 points of piercing.
Okay. And that second attack.
A lot. 25.
25 hits.
Max damage. 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Action surge.
Nice.
13.
13 does not hit.
Cocked. Total of 20.
That hits.
Nice.
10. Another 10 points of piercing.
Okay. As he looks back down at you, and a little smile, a little smirk drifts across his face as he gleefully takes all of these hits. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Artemisia. She, in her globe of invulnerability, is going to float with her flight speed, is going to move over towards Shreya and Kellic. And she is going to... Yeah, she's going to upcast Cone of Cold. So I'm going to have both of you make a Constitution saving throw.
I have resistance. My armor gives me resistance to this.
Yes,
So
you do.
how
So
do I-
you're
how does that
still
affect
rolling.
my dice roll?
But you take half damage on whatever comes up.
Okay, great. But still, I get to save potentially.
I failed. It was a 6 for me.
Okay.
Dex, you said, or con?
Constitution.
Con. 8.
8. You still take half damage, Shreya, but you do not take half of the half. So, she's upcasting Cone of Cold. That is going to be 40 points of cold damage to Kellic, 20 points to Shreya.
as you see this, the gleam of my armor produces this like glow, and this ancient magic emerges forth and deflects some of the cold, some of this cone, and some of it penetrates my body, and the rest of it just sheen washes over me.
Nice.
Olma, you just look down and see Zorkal there in the cage. You had seen just previously, while he kept himself in the cage last turn, he seemed to be healing himself in the last turn. This turn, he's going to use his movement
Come on.
to get out of the cage and move up and flank behind this acolyte. He's going to bonus action summon his sword.
Yes, he
Yes.
is. If he didn't, I was gonna get mad at him and tell him to.
And he is going to...
There we go.
Yeah, he bonus action summoned his sword, so he has to just do a straight attack. He actually gets 2 attacks. So, that first attack with his long sword, that's going to make contact.
He's a bigger sword than me, too.
His first swing makes contact, 7 points of damage,
Nice.
as he drives it deep into
Get him,
this
get him, get him.
acolyte. The second one is also a hit, again with his long sword. And there's max damage as he swings and completely decapitates, like a knife through butter, decapitates this acolyte in front of him as the head rolls off towards one of the other cages. That is Zorkal. Olma.
As these acolytes are dying, the hold person is losing, right? So are they? Do they look like they're moving within their?
Correct. It looks like they're getting their movement back.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. I'm going to summon my. I'm going to bring my hands back together and summon the gloom sword. From inside of the dead acolyte.
Yes.
It's just going to disappear and reappear in my hand.
Nice.
And I am going to run forward and use the box as like a hiding space.
Okay. You
Yep.
can definitely do that.
And I'm going to...
I will say it is because of the metal bars, you would be obscured, you would not be completely hidden. Just a little note.
Is there anywhere around me that looks like it would block me from
There
everybody?
is a little outcropping behind some rocks right behind you. You would be a little bit further away from the action, but you would have full cover as opposed to half cover behind this cage.
Do I have enough movement to pop out from back there and still get back to a hiding spot pretty easily?
You'd be able to take your entire movement, pop out, cast a spell, and then move back. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw my Shadow Blade again.
Nice.
All right. Who are you throwing it at?
I'm going to throw it at the orc.
Okay.
And I think I have disadvantage for 60 feet. Because it says 20-60, right?
They're just out of... Actually, you would be able to step just within your range into 30 feet.
30. 20 is... It's 20,
20.
60.
Yeah,
so,
you would not be able to do that.
Yeah,
then. Okay.
so it's fine.
Yeah. So make that
it'll
attack
be
roll.
at disadvantage. I want to use Tides of Chaos
Okay.
to make it at just a straight roll.
Just a straight roll. Okay, go for it.
Ooh. Yeah.
I close my eyes and I breathe deeply and I look like if you've ever seen a monk, I bring my hands together into a triangle in front of my chest and I breathe in deeply and concentrate on what I once thought was my key, but is not. My hands are in the triangle and then I grip the hilt of the blade and bring it behind my head to throw it. And my fingers are sparking a little as I do this. And when I release it, the spark will go with the blade.
Okay.
Sick.
That's so cool.
Really cool.
Nice.
23 to hit.
23 hits. Yeah.
Let's
go.
Yes. Oh, damn it.
6 points of
Okay.
poison, or not, sorry, a psychic damage.
Psychic damage. Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get the full coverage behind there.
Get the full cover. Gotcha.
I'm also going to use. No, I already used a bonus action to call the sword back to me, so we're done.
Okay. Next up, Shreya.
I am going to first. I need to check to make sure.
Actually, I'm so sorry. Since I walked up to where the sword was, could I say backtrack that I didn't call it to me?
I'd allow that.
You allow it? Okay.
You would be able to
because
drop
I
down,
did walk to
grab
where
it
it was.
physically. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna also use a bonus action to use a key point because I was breathing into. I was like going back through my training to remember how to call forward that energy. I'm also going to use patient defense and bonus action dodge.
Nice.
Okay. Bonus action dodge. Okay.
Hell of a turn.
Crazy stuff.
Shreya.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Another thing.
I want to make sure Tides of Chaos isn't a bonus action. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not.
Something you
I
can
think
do.
it's just a feature. Yeah.
It's just a feature,
Cool.
but I wanted to make sure it
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Shreya, what are you doing?
I'm gonna make sure I'm maintaining my concentration to keep that flaming sphere alive. So
You need.
You would need to roll above a 10 because you got exactly 20 points of damage.
You
last
had-
do I apply any bonus to that, or is it
Constitution.
just
Constitution. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's con
Yeah.
save, I think, right?
Yeah, it's basically.
Con save?
Is it a con save or con mod? I think it's save.
Pretty sure it's save.
It is. Then that's straight 10.
Okay.
Beats
Beats
it.
it.
Great.
Barely.
Yes,
barely.
barely.
You just barely hold on.
The sphere starts to flicker a little bit, but pops back into existence. I'm going to joystick it toward the acolyte closest to the center of this ceremonial circle.
Okay.
As I singe it with the flaming energy, it must make a dexterity saving throw.
It's a 17.
That's then that's going to be 7 was half 7.
That's 4 points.
4 points.
4
rounded.
points.
Okay,
flaming
that's some damage.
Okay.
There you go.
And then that is a bonus action to move it. As I attempt something here. I'm going to
Druidcraft.
I'm going to whisper to Kellic, "This is not where we shall perish." As I forcefully wrap my arms around Kellic and attempt to fly us as far away as I can.
Yeah!
Okay.
Get out of there.
From this tree line up toward the ledges.
Okay, up towards the ledges.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a
I'm
great
gonna have
idea.
you make an athletics check, and whatever you get
10.
to the closest 5 feet is however many feet you are able to move in this turn with Kellic.
Let's kind of let
Can
it
I
happen.
resist this pull?
I mean, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm locked eyes with Artemisia. I'm not going anywhere.
Shreya, are you still moving?
I'm still moving. Then if he resists, he's going to slip through my grasp because I'm using all of my energy to move in this direction.
Okay, then how far are you gone?
That was a. Oh yeah. Then I don't have any. I don't need to roll.
Yeah,
right?
just your movement.
I'm going to fly to the table and crouch under it.
Okay.
Okay, you're crouching under it.
Yes, as I launch myself from the trees, I arc upward toward the sky and then dive bomb down toward the table in
Okay.
a whooshing motion.
You now have the benefits of half cover as long as you are under this table,
Great.
just for your reference.
And that's going to be my
And you
turn.
notice as Shreya flies away in this little flourish, Artemisia's eyes do not move from Kellic.
Bonus action.
You bonus action move your sphere.
Yeah.
Fine.
Also, did you do a concentration check to make sure you?
I did, yeah.
He
Okay,
did. That
cool.
was the first thing. Yeah.
Sorry, I was distracted.
Okay.
There's a lot going on.
Next up, Zergath Pyros. Still locked in combat with Flynn.
Let's go.
He's gonna bonus action rage.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Not
Great.
that.
Cool. Yeah, awesome.
And he is going to take 2 swings
Go for it.
at Flynn.
Yep.
That first one is a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
Come
Yeah, it hits.
on.
No, thank you.
Am I within 30 feet?
I don't think so, no.
God damn it.
You are not.
Very far.
Fucking god damn it.
So that is going to be
Hit me with it. I'm glad I second winded.
That's going to be a base of 28 points of damage.
Oh,
Okay.
Plus,
Sure. Hold on. Let me do 28. And that's just the weapon damage, right?
that is the dice. That is what is on the dice.
Got it.
28 is the dice.
Cool. Cool.
And then add to that
Yeah.
7 points of bludgeoning
Okay.
and 12 points of fire.
Can I use a reaction?
Yes, yeah.
I will once again, as I get smashed to the ground, as the flames
Yeah.
Start to cross over my body, I'll raise my hand up limply and cast Absorb Elements once more and half that.
Okay. Half to 6. Next up, Amara.
He had another attack.
100 of them.
Oh, he does have another attack.
Yeah.
Thank you for the reminder. I
Yep.
appreciate the honesty.
Bring it on. I'm down, I think.
That's a 28 to hit.
Oh, come on!
What?
What?
Say that again.
28.
So 28.
Yeah, that hits.
That's a
Yeah.
16 plus 12.
That'll hit.
you still have fire resistance, though.
I do.
So whatever that is,
Yeah.
it's halved.
Thank you for reminding that. That's important. But
It's going to be 13 points of bludgeoning.
I'm down. So
Okay.
I don't know if you want to separate that, but if it's one
It's
attack,
all in one
so then
attack.
that downs me. I'm unconscious.
Okay.
So as I raise my hand up, I block some of it. My sigil glows that red, and then he lands one more hit, and I fall on the ground. As my hand drops, you see the red that was being held fades
Okay.
as the concentration is lost as I'm knocked unconscious. On top of the female dwarf.
On top of the female dwarf, yeah. Amara, seeing where Artemisia's attacks are focused, she is also going to back up Artemisia. She's going to walk over and throw a spell at Kellic. As she moves her hands around, a small little like a wisp of green fog emanates from within her hands. As Kellic, you see directly in front of you a mirror of green fog as it bursts out into a 20-foot sphere right around you as she casts Cloud Kill.
Oh my god.
Cloud kill?
I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's better than usual.
Nice.
So that's 17 to say.
A 17 beats the DC,
Nice.
although you still take half damage.
Right. Cloud Kill is real, dude. It's a real spell. That is not a joke spell.
You rolled really well. That's 30 points of poison damage.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm sorry, 30 points reduced to 15.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
okay.
Sorry, I did not do that on
30
purpose. I did not do that on purpose.
Leave Flynn. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Kellic, what are you doing?
Okay. So I'm still frigid from this cone of cold. That's washed over me, and then also does cloud kill remain?
Cloud Kill remains.
Jeez. And that doesn't affect Artemisia though?
Give me 1 second to...
Yeah, because cloud kill is pretty huge, right?
No, she does not currently have any other concentrations going.
Artemisia does.
Artemisia does not, Amara. And
Yeah.
then the Circle of Death is not...
Concentration.
Was Circle of Death still active?
No,
No, I said
Okay.
that is
yeah,
not still
gotcha,
active.
gotcha.
it dissipated after.
yeah.
That is a
Dissipated.
20-foot radius sphere.
Okay.
She would have had the wherewithal to place that to where...
It wouldn't hit Artemisia.
Yeah. Let me see.
Guacamole, dude.
Yeah, if she centered that directly on Kellic, that still would not have gotten Artemisia. So, Kellic, what are you doing?
So yeah, I'm. Does cloud kill doesn't do anything for vision, does it?
It does not affect your vision. No.
Okay. Okay. So I'm covered in icicles, and I'm surrounded by this green fog, and you can see that my
my arm is like almost completely frozen over, but there's just the slightest feathering of this ice around my arm as the embers start to burn through again. And I'll look up at Artemisia.
Kill me here if you like. But this is the fire of your retribution. And it cannot be quelled.
And I will, once again, as I did on the higher plane of altitude, I will twitch in a way that is like a visceral, almost like a murderous lunge. But I will restrain myself, look daggers, and I'm going to. Can I? Is this rough terrain next to me? This hill that I've just slid down?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
All the flat surfaces are not, but the hill itself is.
Okay, but I could still climb up and then move out of the range of the cloud kill, right?
Yes. Yeah, you would.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to circumvent it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go actually more toward Flynn and less toward the higher altitude, like that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
You'd actually be able to get a little bit further if you're not climbing that extra.
Am I within 30 feet of everybody?
You are within 30 feet of Shreya. You are not within 30 feet of Flynn.
Okay. Well, in that case.
And you are within 30 feet of Olma.
Okay. I'm going to hold up my arm once more in front of me.
Just a bit more. Just give me a bit more.
And my the bandages begin to burn as it looks like I'm losing like a bit of flesh from my arm in this as my arm lights up, and I'm going to use another Divine Ember. And I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing on everybody.
Okay.
Does
that hit me too?
Yeah, I can double the range.
No way. Yes.
So it's 60 feet range.
Let's go.
Zorkal gets that too then.
Yeah,
Yes, he
You
does.
can choose, right? You can
I can
choose.
pick up to 6.
Yes.
It's too bad I can't just like double up on something.
Do you have extra? Can you hit the dwarf?
Yeah. 14 points of healing for everybody.
Huge. Let's go.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna who's next to Flynn right now? I know there's Zergath.
Zergath and the dwarf. The dwarven woman who was
Down.
sliced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's an acolyte just
beyond them.
Beyond them. Okay. I'm gonna have the spiritual weapon attack the acolyte.
Okay.
Nice.
17 to hit.
17 hits, yeah.
Awesome. Nice. 11 points of force damage as this jagged silvery dagger slices out from this rift.
Okay. He stumbles back, but is not killed by that.
Okay.
But took a heavy chunk of it.
Okay. And
Is that the end of your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Next up, in response to that, the acolytes, once again, are going to circle around. One of them is going to engage with Zorkal and cast... Yeah, they're going to continue casting that sacred flame. So Zorkal...
He got healed too, right?
Yes, he
Okay.
did. Is going to fail that dexterity saving throw.
Okay, he got healing, so it's all right.
Taking some damage, but
like a D8.
not as much as that healing for sure.
Okay, cool.
And the other one is going to continue throwing a sacred flame at Flynn.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's going to be...
Dex save.
Yeah, a dex save.
And if I'm prone, because I'm assuming I'm prone because I was just brought back, is that disadvantage if I'm prone for a dex save?
I don't think so.
No?
It seems
Isn't
like
it-
it. That's one of
yeah.
those where it seems like
But
it
it's
should
not,
be.
okay.
but
Yeah,
I don't
think
it
you're
is.
just a straight roll.
Still beefed it.
8.
That's going to be max damage. That's 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Ow. Very ow.
Can I, I've seen a lot more magic cast. Can I tell any further whether this is Fimir or not? Or whether she's involved?
Make another religion check for me.
15.
15. Now that you've seen more of it cast, a weird combination of both Fimir and not.
Okay.
Flynn, what are you doing?
I will, as I stand up, I will wipe some blood from my mouth, spit out of the side. Does he seem focused on me at the moment? Or does he know that I've been stood up yet? Or is he like staring at me right at the moment?
He's currently looking at you,
Okay.
yeah.
How does he look?
He looks excited to be fighting. He looks thrilled and enthusiastic.
Realizing that I'm beaten and bruised, I will think of the things at my disposal, and I will quickly, if I can, reach into the bag and pull out Thaddeus.
Okay.
And I will use an action to turn him on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I will turn him on. Thaddeus.
Hi,
Help me
Glenn.
out. Need help?
Yeah, what do you need?
Stop him. And I'll set him down on the ground. And I will pull my sword out, pull my shield out. Take a breath, stare at this guy.
Okay. All right, I will roll initiative for Thaddeus.
Sweet. Also, could I, how much is the healing potion? It's 2d4 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it because I might be able to. If I take one hit, I might be able to survive. I'm gonna reach into my side pouch and I'm just gonna knock it back.
That's where we're at.
Yeah. I mean,
'Cause,
it's a
it's also
bonus.
really good to use to get people back up, but I might actually be able to stay up if I take.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Okay. Next up in the initiative is Thaddeus. He rolled very high. Thaddeus looks up at Zergath, and as his mouth opens up, you just hear an echoing.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Please.
Come on.
Please.
That's a
And
Hail
that-
Mary, dude. That's
It is.
great.
It's gonna be.
I know he's been rolling high, but
It's
maybe
a
this will be
low-
the time.
it's a low
Well,
save.
I mean,
think.
hey, one can dream.
It's okay. Maybe he'll try it again. I don't know how many times
Yeah,
he can cast.
he saves.
Crap.
Okay, next up, Artemisia. She is gonna be coming after Kellic.
Yep.
She's once again gonna upcast Cone of Cold
Jeez.
as she moves closer. Let me see.
Oh, I got that healing too. Didn't I? I'm gonna need that.
And Shreya, you would be caught in this cone as well.
Because it's also
It's a
has
cone.
it has a height.
It is a height,
has a height
as well
as
as
well.
width. So I'm gonna have both of you make Constitution saving throws.
Am I in it?
Alma would be in it.
So I took the dodge.
Oh,
So
and
what
plus
was-
you're behind
I'm
full
behind a
cover.
rock. Yeah.
I'm under a table,
Yes, you are. So you would be taking half.
and then my armor,
Oh,
which
plus
has
the armor.
resistance to cold, is that also half of that
So a
half
quarter.
A
potentially?
quarter. Yeah, so you would be taking quarter damage,
And depending on the roll,
depending on the roll,
let's see.
or an eighth damage.
Con, right?
Yeah.
Con.
It's a 10.
That's really good. That's really good. That's
Dirty
really good.
20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Eighth.
Yeah, she's upcasting this.
Upcasting to what?
She's got some spell slots. man.
Jeez,
She's got some
oh
spell slots.
boy.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be 55 points of cold damage.
I'm down.
Did you take that all?
I rolled a 10.
Yeah. Oh, you got that. Okay. Kellic is down.
That doesn't put me in the negative, right? That puts me just at 0.
Just puts you at 0.
So as you see the direction of this cold, like the table like splits it, and then again this ancient magic emanates from my armor, and some of it gets whisked up as I mostly repel this, but still bristle from the 7 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And as I'm caught in this, moving away, I slowly stumble forward, and the only part of me that remains unfrigid is this arm of mine that doesn't even seem like it's attached to me anymore, with the extent that it's the only thing.
Shreya, I'm also gonna have you make a concentration check for
Oh, for your fire
the
thing.
sphere.
Yep, I can do that.
Have to be to 10.
Yeah.
Solid.
Solid roll.
Okay.
I maintain the concentration.
Next up, Zorkal is going to run up to this acolyte and make 2 attacks.
He did not give a shit about Flynn. He's not going to support you.
That first one is a miss,
I am up by a little bit, barely.
and that second one is a hit.
Does this one take a damage already?
It has.
Okay.
Not as much as the other one,
Maybe he can finish it off.
Just me
but
going
enough
down.
to kill it. Once
Yes.
again, in a sweeping motion, just decapitates this acolyte. Olma, what are you doing?
Oof. I see. I've been kind of looking at everything, even from behind the cover, and I peek my head out, ready to call the sword to me again. Is Artemisia still surrounded by an orb?
She is.
So I see Kellic fall to the ground. I see Artemisia still covered in her orb. He is frozen, basically, and I let loose this just like guttural scream, Kellic! And I'm gonna. My concentration has broken. The sword dissipates from inside of Amara, if it is still inside of her. And I'm gonna run up to Kellic. How much?
You would just be able to get there.
Great. I'm gonna fall to my knees, and I'm gonna administer a healing potion.
Okay. That is an action to give it to someone
know.
else. Yeah.
Get him up.
That's
Yes.
6 points of healing.
All right.
There we go.
And I look at I look up at Artemisia and just like glare daggers at her.
Okay.
And I'm going to one more time breathe into the center of my body, and also and one more time do patient defense. Take the dodge.
Okay. Shreya, what are you doing?
I'm going to look toward Kellic, see as he collapses. The scream from Olma registers as I bristle and shake the cold energy off of me, and I say,
Not today, Kellic.
as I tap my purple crystal to my purple pink crystal to my forehead, and this like green energy pours out from it as a few roots spring up beneath Kellic, and I cast Healing Word on him as well.
Okay.
For 5 points of healing.
All right.
And I do need to make that. Oh, I already did the concentration.
You already did.
But I'm not able to move it because that is a bonus action. What I am going to do is, as an action, draw back one more javelin, take it out from my quiver, and I'm going to hurl it toward the acolyte that is currently engaged closest to the sphere. Oh,
Okay.
he's
Is that what dead already?
I think Zorkal killed
Oh,
him.
yes. I'm sorry.
Zorko. Oh, he's still on that.
That's
Okay,
my
never
fault.
mind.
That is my fault.
Can you hit someone else? Can you
In
hit,
that case, I'm gonna see what's my range on? How close am I to the one remaining acolyte?
You
Looks
are
like
60 feet.
I don't even have to move.
There you
Hey,
go.
nice.
I'm gonna emerge from the table slightly to ready my aim and just
Bring them down, Eldoria.
as I release
Fly true.
the javelin from my hand as it cruises toward 2.
You have the high ground too. You've like got a nice thing.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll.
Let's go.
All right.
Is this regular?
Yeah, it's not
Okay,
magical.
good. Okay,
but-
good.
So,
They don't have very much armor class.
but I don't think I get any proficiency on or anything.
You do.
added
That's
to that,
something.
right?
Yeah, you do.
It's a simple weapon.
Oh, it's a simple weapon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So in that case, does an 11 hit?
An 11 just hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So in that case, it's
Get him, get him,
going
get
to
him.
be, 3 points of piercing damage as it sticks in the side of this acolyte.
And it goes all the way through him
Ah.
as he falls limp to the ground, dead.
As I
Okay.
clutch both my hands, bring them to my chest, and say,
Thank you.
All right.
"That's my turn." That's my turn.
Next
More
up,
acolytes.
no more acolytes. Next up is Zergath.
Just the biggies.
Still in combat with Flynn. It's going to be a 15 to hit,
Miss.
and that's going to be a 27 to hit.
Yep.
That is going to be 10 points of
It
bludgeoning
is
damage.
worth a shot.
Okay.
Potion is absolutely worth it.
And 9 points of fire damage.
Knocked down again.
Okay.
And I once again fall on top of the female dwarf that's I'm trying to protect.
Next up, Amara. She doesn't have any more of that.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Yeah, there are spell slots, right?
No more magic for you.
How many more cones of cold I can
You guys
handle?
aren't going to like this, but
No,
this is
don't say that. We were happy for a minute.
Listen, we're sorry we banished
Amara?
Baronest.
Amara calling back to when she first met all of you
Good. I don't care if they disappear. I want them all to go.
is going to raise her hands.
No.
And she's going to cast
What do?
Animate Dead.
Oh. No.
Wait, I'm not dead. We're good.
Yeah, you're all right. Woo!
That was-
Not a zombie yet.
That was scary for a second.
She's going to raise one of the acolytes. And she's gonna look to the one that just was killed by Shreya as it animates back to life. Spear still sticking completely through its chest. It animates back to life.
No. Just one?
Just the one.
Okay. Whew, I thought it was going to be all of them. I was like, oh, crap.
Kellic.
Boy, oh boy. Okay. What's the field look like? She brought back just one?
She brought back just one.
Okay. And I've got Amara and Artemisia right in front of me, basically.
Correct.
And Alma's by my side here. And then Flynn
Forever.
is engaged with... That's nice.
I am unconscious.
Flynn is unconscious.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot, Flynn.
I know,
Just
I'm the
kidding.
worst.
You're fine. Shreya's on the hill, and Zorkal is chilling. He just took out a guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How close am I to Flynn? I'm within 60 feet.
You are within 60 feet.
Conceso. I'm going to use Healing Word on Flynn. He automatically, because Grave Cleric, gets 9 points of healing back.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to apply a healer's kit to myself and warm my freezing bones.
Okay.
17. Okay. So yeah, and that I'm going to move. I'm going to turn to Olma after I do this. Let's regroup, shall we? And I'm going to nod my head toward Flynn, and I'm going to head in that direction toward the center.
Okay. You would just be able to get around the box.
Great. That's my turn.
All right. Next up, the zombified acolyte is going to step forward and attempt to make a melee attack towards Flynn.
Is that advantage because I'm prone?
It is at advantage because you're prone.
Critical hit.
Yeah, it's a 9 and a 17.
What's the total? Is it total?
9 and a 17.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Oh,
So it doesn't
boy.
hit?
Doesn't hit.
Does not hit. No.
Okay.
No. Woo!
Flynn, what are you doing?
And I stand up.
Up and at him, lad!
And I look up. I'm looking up at this tiefling standing in front of me. And I look down to Thaddeus. Keep trying it. And I'm gonna try and walk around and flanking this guy, and try and move myself closer towards the center where I saw my teammate.
Are you moving away from him?
I'm gonna circle around and get closer. I'm not gonna step away
Okay.
out of his reach.
You would take an attack of opportunity
I'm not
from the
gonna-
zombie, though.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
I won't move them.
Okay.
I'll stay there. I will just look up at the tiefling. I'm Flynn, Eloise, from the Iron Lake Collective. I will not go down without a fight. Come on! And I will raise my shield and my sword, and I will dodge. Take the dodge action.
Okay. Next up is Thaddeus. Thaddeus's eyes shift color towards this electric blue
Oh, okay.
as he's going to attempt to cast Power Surge.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see.
Get him, Thad.
Can you not do the command thing again? Yeah.
He's going to cast Shocking Grasp. That's what he's going to
You
do.
can't do command again. Okay.
Okay, he's going to make a melee attack, which hits
Nice.
and deals 4 points of lightning damage against Zergath. Next up is Artemisia. Artemisia is going to open her hands, sort of in almost a praying position. She's going to look up towards the night sky, and as her eyes fixate on one point of light, one star, a beam of light shoots down as she casts Searing Light. That is going to be, a 30-foot radius. I'm going to need Kellic, Shreya.
All right.
That's a 30-foot radius?
30-foot radius.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
Isn't
60-foot diameter.
Yeah.
60 foot in diameter, yeah.
I'm going to need Kellic, Shreya, Olma, as well as Amara to make
Radiant?
a Constitution saving throw.
So I took the dodge action. I'm not really sure how that affects this.
For Constitution saving throws, it would not. If it was a
At all?
Dexterity saving throw, that is correct.
Thank the fucking Lord.
Amara fails.
Oh,
It's a dirty 20.
on the wall.
Am I in it? Okay. I just want to make sure.
Constitution.
That's a 16 for Olma.
Are enemies in it? Are any of the
Yes.
enemies
Amara
in it?
took.
Amara
Good,
is.
good.
Don't want to roll this.
And she's undead.
The spell
practically.
save is 17.
Okay, well, I took.
Met it already, right?
I 16.
16. Oh.
I'm going to use Bend Luck. I'm going to use a reaction to expend 2 sorcery points and add this to Shreya.
Okay.
2 points to Shreya. So whatever you. So I still rolled a 16.
So
Okay.
you're taking the full
I'm
damage.
taking the full damage.
You save then? He's Shreya saves?
Yeah, I save.
Oh.
Olma and Amara take 54 points of radiant
Jesus.
damage.
I'm still up.
No way.
Man.
Shreya
I was
and
full
Kellic
health.
I totally
both
Yeah,
take
I'm-
29.
29.
Yeah, that's. I'm down. I'm down
I'm
under
down
the table.
to.
No.
I had
Yeah.
28. I had 28.
I'm zero. I'm zeroed out, y'all.
Ah!
As I clutched my staff and then just slumped.
How does that feel, the searing light?
It feels like fire, but more like it feels like pins and needles all across your skin.
Yeah, it's gone.
Bloody ways.
All right.
And my sphere also disappears.
Your sphere disappears.
Does the light dissipate or does it stay?
The light dissipates. Next up,
Man.
Zorkal. He's going to run up to Zergath, and he's going to take 2 swings.
Okay, finally. Welcome to
He's
the
been-
fight.
Anytime
He's
you're
been
ready,
doing his stuff. He's
Zorkal.
been taking out the
Yeah,
acolytes.
no, good job, buddy.
Although,
Those, like,
both
level
of his swings miss.
1/4
Oh, of course they
acolytes.
do. Wait, do I give him like advantage or pack tactics, or does he get like a crit? No.
You're down. I don't know. I mean,
At least his presence is there. More of a threat than me, probably.
Olma, what are you doing?
How does Amara look?
Amara looks beat up. You can see a drop of blood coming down from
Right.
her nose.
Is Artemisia still bathed in that like circle?
She is.
She is. Gonna run to Kellic.
Okay.
Again. And I'm gonna look to Artemisia before I do this. And I'm just gonna look up at her. Why are you doing this? you. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to give Kellic a greater healing potion
Okay.
Oh, what? Nice.
that I've had for literally like.
Is that the end of
Ever.
Olma's turn?
I don't have anything else I can do. I don't think
It's an action, right?
It's an action to give you the potion. I don't have a bonus action I can do.
Okay.
I was hoping my thingy would keep you alive, but it didn't. So that was the rest of my. Yeah, that was the rest of my meta magic.
Oh.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of healing
Okay.
to Kellic.
Him up there.
I don't really know what I can do. I can't. If
You're
I'm
down,
If I'm
correct?
down, yeah,
I'm going to have you make a death saving
a death
throw.
save.
yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh no! Dude.
So that's I rolled a 2, but not a 1.
Okay.
So I'm not permadeathed. But does that count as
Yeah,
how many?
2
That
is
is
just
that is
two
one.
saves failed.
That is
One
one
death save.
mark against you.
One failed save.
Jesus,
One
that
failed
was
save.
close.
Okay.
It's okay. It's all right. We're all right.
All right, so that's one death.
Next up, Zergath. It's going to continue swinging at Flynn.
Disadvantage.
Keeps getting up. At disadvantage?
I'm dodged.
Okay. Does a 19 hit?
Shield.
Okay.
Just as it comes down, I'm like, no! I raise my hand up.
The 20 hit. A dirty
Not
20.
not with shield, because the shield makes it a 24.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go!
Ah.
You ain't getting rid of me yet, baby! Come on!
All right.
Now you got a buddy.
Next up
That's
is-
a strong term.
Next up is Amara. Yeah, again, she's going to cast Cloud Kill
God damn it.
How?
Where?
over
On all of us,
Olma and
dude.
Kellic.
Dude.
Oh.
Okay, well, that's it.
That's it.
That's literally it.
– 20-foot radius. She'd be able to get Flynn in there too, and
Hands are
she'd be fine getting Zergath in there.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm gonna have everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
No.
Like, it doesn't matter that I failed that. It's a 9.
It's a 9 for me as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a save. Or it's 22.
Okay. That is 26 points of poison damage.
Yeah, halved it still would have killed me.
13. As all of your consciousnesses fade to black.
Wait,
I'm out.
you're out. Huh?
Mhm.
Oh, we're all
Yeah,
out.
we're all
As you
yeah.
all
We're TPK.
fall deep into unconsciousness, that is where we're going to end this episode. Thank you all so much for
And the
listening.
podcast.
And the podcast.
We can't wait to see y'all.
No! What?
Thank you all so much for listening, and we can't wait to see y'all again next week.
Guys.
We mean it when we say goodbye, nerds.
Bye, nerds. What's up, nerds? This is Cameron. I play Shreya on the podcast. Can't tell y'all enough how much we appreciate your continued listening and diving into the story. We are so pumped about recording every time we do. It just brings us so much joy. If it brings you as much joy as it brings us, be sure to like, subscribe, follow us on our social channels, engage there. We're pretty active there. It'd be great to hear from you. Also, if you want to engage with the community on a wider level, we have a Discord that you can join and engage in the conversation there. Also, if you want to support us in a different way as well, we also have a Patreon. And our Patreon subscribers really prop us up and hold us up and allow us to continue to do this incredible work that we do. So if you're moved to do that, we would so appreciate that as well. Also, if you're just hearing this and perhaps you're hearing this in a different context and you're wondering, oh man, I need a refresher on some of what's happened, you can always listen to our Harken Backs. They're 30-minute snippets and they go through 10 episodes
per episode of Harken Back. So if you want a refresher, if you have a friend you want to tell about the podcast and a quick way to get up to speed and caught up to what's going on right now, those Harken Backs are incredible as well as a refresher or as a way to get someone caught up very quickly. So thanks again for listening. You guys are awesome, and we love doing this for you. And see you on the next one. Bye, nerds.